Deadlock is officially in playtest. The game so far has 20 characters, all with unique abilities. I hope to bring you a guide to help you build your knowledge on the game and the characters within it. Today we're going to start at the beginning of the list with Abrams, who quite honestly looks like the offspring of Mr. Incredible and Zevlor, but I digress. This is the main overview of Abrams, where we can see his level scale, which increases based on the amount of souls he's obtained. Souls are basically this game's version of gold when compared to other MOBAs. And on the right side of the screen, we can see his base weapon damage, and right below it we can see his base vitality stats. Basically his starting health, his health regen, bullet resist, spirit resist, move speed, and so on. Back on the left you can see an overview of his abilities, first of which is Siphon Life. It's basically the move your girl uses on the guy she tells you not to worry about. It creates an AoE of lifesteal on your opponents that are in a range. The damage done is basically going to get sucked out of your opponent and just put back into your health. Second is Shoulder Charge. Abrams tucks his shoulder and lays into you, dealing a whopping 40 damage. But on the plus side, it can stun an enemy when it's at max level, and it'll increase your weapon damage by 5.5 for 8 seconds. Your third ability is just a passive, which will increase your health and also take a portion of the damage you receive and use it towards your health. You'll get increased health regen, 150 health, and at max level you get plus 9% damage regenerated. Last but definitely not least is Seismic Impact, essentially a Galio ult from League of Legends. You'll launch yourself upwards, slamming down into the ground onto your enemies. This will damage and stun everyone within a 9-meter radius. You can also see his background, but that's low-key for Discord Kitten, so if you're interested you could pause to see that. Here we're going to compare Abrams' level 1 ability to his max level version. Here we're expecting 35 damage per second for 4 seconds, resulting in 140 damage. His max level will have an additional 2 seconds and an additional 40 more damage per second, resulting in 450 damage. I realized after I edited the video that here it says 45, but that's due to the boost I accidentally picked up when I recorded it. So level 1 is 140 spirit damage, max level is 450 spirit damage. That's 3.2 times more spirit power. Shoulder Charge, we can expect just 40 spirit damage and a 1-second stun. The max level will not change the damage done, but after colliding with the enemy you can deal 5.5 extra weapon damage for 8 seconds. As you can see, every shot is dealing anywhere from 110 to 120 damage. By the time you reload, it'll go back to its original damage, which is just around like 55, 56. To recap, the charge damage is going to remain the same, but you're going to get that plus 5.5 weapon damage. Seismic Impact is going to be causing 175 spirit damage when we land on an enemy and stunning them for 1 second. Max level Seismic Impact will make us immune to stuns, give us 100 max HP, and 15% fire rate per hero we hit. This is going to last 25 seconds. Honestly, very huge ability. Even though the damage is going to remain the same between level 1 and max level, 100 HP plus 15% fire rate per hero hit is huge. We're going to go over some items in order from early game to late game, showing what's best for Abrams. First off is Close Quarters, going to give us a bullet shield and give us increased weapon damage when we're close to our enemies. Melee Lifesteal is going to increase our melee lifesteal as well as increase our melee damage, making it essential for the early game. This combined with Siphon Life will make us tanky in the early fights. Bullet Armor combined with Close Quarters is going to make it really difficult for the enemies to effectively hurt us with their bullets. Not only does it make us more resistant to bullets, it also increases our melee damage and our bullet damage. To recover from bullet damage, we're going to take Infuser to protect us from spirit damage. This item will increase our lifesteal capabilities and increase our spirit damage while also making us resistant to it, in turn making us a little bit more resistant to the enemy hero abilities. Berserker will stack enemy damage and turn it into increased weapon damage for us. This is great when we're using it in correlation to our ult or when we use it with our charge to get close to the enemies. It's also good to add that it gives us more bullet resistance. Once the enemies start to get their abilities stronger, we're going to want to go build Spirit Armor. This will make some of their abilities less effective on us, in turn making us more tanky and giving us more spirit power. Spirit Lifesteal will increase our spirit lifesteal percentage and give us more health. This item is mostly making our Siphon Life ability a lot more effective. Bullet Resist Shredder is great for when we're close to the enemies. This item will make our bullets more effective to a hero if they're getting hurt by our Siphon Life, for example. This will also give us more health, resulting in more tankiness. Frenzy is going to increase our weapon damage and give us more health and ammo. Most importantly, when we are below 40% health, we'll move and shoot faster and be more resistant to spirit damage. Life Strike will give us more health and bullet resist, but also increase our melee damage. When hitting a hero, we will get healed and apply a movement slow to them that lasts 2.5 seconds. These next items, improved bullet armor and improved spirit armor, are the same thing as the items previous, but they are upgrades to them, basically increasing our total bullet resistance and spirit damage resistance all in one, without having to get new items, just building off of our previous items. This will also increase our bullet damage and spirit power. Mystic Slow will increase our health and health regen. There will also be an increase in our spirit power. While dealing spirit damage, this item will slow an enemy's walking speed and fire rate. I also should add that this item builds off of Suppressor, but I don't really worry about Suppressor too much in the early game since it doesn't make you too much more tanky. And all I'm really worried about early game is trying to build up my tankiness so I can get close to the enemies. Although all of these items I showed help you throughout the game, make sure you're looking at your damage chart when you die. This will help you see if you need to tweak anything on your build to combat what the enemies are actually killing you with. I really hope this helped, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.